Marvel's strength scale is like the referee in heated arguments. But what really wows us are the jaw-dropping displays of power in the comics. When you've got heroes like the Hulks and all those spider-themed heroes with similar powers, it's hard not to ask, who's the strongest Marvel superhero of them all? It's a head-scratcher for fans, no doubt. Well, in this video you're going to see the top 10 strongest heroes in the Marvel Universe. Let's get on with it, shall we? Number 10. Black Bolt. Meet Blackagar Boltagon, the Inhuman King. His journey begins before he is born, as he is exposed to the Terrigen Mist while still in his mother's womb. This exposure resulted in Black Bolt developing formidable abilities centered around his voice, which can utterly demolish anything in its vicinity. Confined within a specially designed chamber that neutralizes his powers, Black Bolt had to learn to control and channel his abilities through his suit. His extraordinary powers stem from the interaction between the electrons within his body and a unique, organic material in his brain's speech center. It's an ironic existence for Black Bolt, who speaks very few words but wields them as his most potent weapon. However, his strength doesn't solely rely on his voice. Black Bolt also possesses superhuman speed and strength, showcasing remarkable agility and engaging in combat with prominent Marvel heroes. During Hulk's destructive rampage in Attilan, Black Bolt was the only one capable of stopping the Green Goliath. Initially, he tried to match Hulk's savage physical prowess, employing his electron blast powers to immobilize him. When that failed, Black Bolt resorted to his vocal talents, and even a mere whisper from him caused concussions and left massive craters in its wake. Beyond his mighty punches, Black Bolt has displayed an expanded repertoire of abilities. For instance, he communicates with his wife, Medusa, using telepathy. In recent developments, Black Bolt has developed a variant of the Spidey sense, enabling him to detect pressure points and weaknesses in certain structures. Additionally, he possesses the ability to fly. Finally, it's essential to acknowledge the political power of being the Inhuman King. When Black Bolt visits the United States, he is taken seriously by other nations, granting him diplomatic immunity. However, here at Plot Armor Comics, he has no such immunity. He has faced our next hero twice and required assistance to overcome the challenge. Number 9. Gladiator. Gladiator has an impressive array of powers that diminishes Black Bolt's royal status. When Cal's name changed to Gladiator, he underwent enhancements that granted him superhuman abilities, including invulnerability, speed, and strength. These powers are evident throughout the comics. Gladiator has endured a supernova explosion, achieved speeds 100 times the speed of light, and even tore the Baxter Building from its foundation during a confrontation with the Fantastic Four. However, his most astonishing display of power occurred in a lesser-known solo story where Gladiator traversed space, charging through the inferno of a star and tearing apart a decaying planet out of sheer frustration. What makes the Gladiator stand out? Gladiator's ability to fly and emit I-beams draws comparisons to DC's iconic Man of Steel. His name, Kal-Ark, is a fusion of Superman's two names, Kal and Clark. He possesses rapid healing abilities, recovering swiftly from injuries and lacking aging. However, his vulnerability lies in magic. Despite this weakness, he fearlessly confronts sorcery without hesitation. Kal-Ark hailed from Strontia, a planet once part of the Shi'ar Empire centuries ago. Number 8. Zeus. While DC's Man of Steel may be compared to a god, Zeus is an actual deity in the Marvel Universe. Hailing from the divine realm of Olympus, Zeus possesses an invulnerable physiology, super speed, and immense strength. However, he is not merely a brute. Zeus harnesses mystical energies, using his abilities to teleport armies, project his image to Earth, and stand on equal footing with Thor. When the god of thunder mysteriously finds himself transported to the midst of the Trojan War, Zeus takes notice, and the two confront each other atop Mount Ida. During this encounter, Thor acknowledges Zeus as his elder, prompted by Zeus summoning a rainstorm. Their meeting unveils Zeus's command over lightning and his ability to subdue Mjolnir, leading to a duel that transforms night into day. This clash reveals the immense power wielded by these two gods, who hold dominion over heaven and earth. Zeus's remarkable abilities extend to the realm of the mind. He possesses the ability to comprehend and speak any language, and through the power of all speak, he has demonstrated prophetic abilities. During the Trojan War, the Olympians were granted a vision of a war between their people and Asgard, a conflict that would unfold several centuries later. While Zeus is a recognizable powerhouse in the Marvel Universe, no character epitomizes sheer strength more than our next hero. Number 7. The Hulk. The transformation of Bruce Banner into the Hulk may be viewed as both a tragedy and a stroke of fortune. While Dr. Banner's anger is notoriously destructive, the benefits of his Hulk form are numerous and remarkable. To begin with, the Hulk possesses all the hallmark traits of superhuman abilities, including invulnerability, speed, and immense strength. Yet, each of these abilities has its distinct Hulk twist. The Hulk's invulnerability is legendary in its own right. He has withstood nuclear explosions, intense pressures, and even a planet-shattering war core detonation on Soccer. Furthermore, his speed allows him to outrun the destructive effects of nuclear fallout, propelled by his immensely powerful legs that can launch the Hulk at incredible velocities. This super speed also grants him the ability to leap vast distances. The Hulk's strength enables him to perform awe-inspiring acts of power, such as smashing cars, buildings, and adversaries. But perhaps the most renowned of his abilities is his thunderclap, a display of overwhelming force. He has even overpowered the devil with this mighty clap. The Hulk's agility has allowed him to catch incoming missiles and mortars multiple times, protecting himself from attacks by other superheroes. A brief encounter with Quicksilver showcases the Hulk's unmatched speed and reflexes. The cocky young mutant sprints toward the Hulk at full speed, only to be swatted away effortlessly. Perhaps the Hulk himself sums it up best: Hulk's strongest one there is. Hulk may not always know his surroundings, but he knows one thing for certain: he is the strongest man on Earth and perhaps in any world. During a clash with Black Bolt, the Inhuman King, Hulk is once again brought down by the power of Bolt's voice. This is a separate incident from the previous Hulk Crater episode we discussed. However, unlike any other being, Hulk survives the onslaught and manages to take a few feeble steps before eventually losing consciousness. He quickly regains his footing after the Inhumans decide to send him into space. It is a recurring theme for Hulk's friends to abandon him to the depths of space. A tragic character indeed, but there may be no Marvel character more tragic than our next hero. Number 6. Scarlet Witch. Wanda Maximoff has become an iconic figure in pop culture, which can be attributed to her fascinating character. She possesses immense and frightening power levels, yet she is a gentle and tormented soul yearning for fulfillment. Unfortunately, her extraordinary power is accompanied by a debilitating weakness that has made her vulnerable to exploitation by numerous antagonists throughout her journey. Wanda was born with a natural affinity for magic, but the High Evolutionary enhanced her powers. He altered her to be more attuned to the mystical energies of the universe, essentially shaping her to wield magic. Wanda taps into the chaos magic to manipulate reality and harness various forms of energy. As if her already formidable abilities in witchcraft weren't enough, she received a blessing from the elder god Thon, further augmenting her magical potential and exposing her to the risk of possession. With her powers, Wanda can reshape reality itself. However, Scarlet Witch does have weaknesses, particularly in her mental stability. Her mentally unstable reputation has led to significant consequences, such as the House of M storyline, where she created an alternate reality. Unlike some other characters on our list, she does not possess omniscience or all-knowing abilities. It is important to note that understanding her weaknesses is crucial to understanding her character rather than focusing solely on her limitations. Number 5. Uatu, the Watcher. Uatu belongs to the race of cosmic beings known as the Watchers. They possess highly advanced physiology, which grants them numerous abilities. Watchers are virtually immortal and resistant to most physical and energy-based attacks. They have vast cosmic energy reserves within their bodies. As a Watcher, Watch's primary duty is to observe and not interfere with the events unfolding in the Marvel Universe. Despite this, Uatu possesses considerable power that can influence events. In addition to his cosmic awareness, Uatu demonstrates transformational abilities, transforming into living energy to travel to different locations. He can also change his size, growing or shrinking as needed to obtain the best perspective, akin to moving seats in a theater. His vast knowledge and intelligence, gained through his observations, make him tremendously intelligent. When confronted by the Celestials, his confrontation with them leaves the Fantastic Four and Fantastic Force in awe. Uatu's mind is so powerful that even a brief glimpse into it nearly cripples a mind reader. Uatu's extensive observations and experiences have granted him unparalleled knowledge about the Marvel multiverse. He possesses information about countless civilizations, beings, and events across multiple dimensions and realities. His knowledge makes him an invaluable source of information for other cosmic entities and superheroes. Uatu's powers and knowledge make him a formidable character, even though his role as a watcher is primarily to observe rather than actively intervene. Number 4. Hercules. Marvel's Hercules draws strength from the mythological character, and his fortitude is widely recognized. Throughout Marvel's canon, numerous instances showcase Hercules' exceptional strength in fresh and remarkable ways. For instance, when the City Stealers attempted to steal the entire island of Manhattan, Hercules chained himself to it and single-handedly pulled it back into place, displaying his tirelessness and seemingly limitless strength. Hercules is depicted as ageless and impervious to injuries. However, one of his most impressive displays of power was not a battle, but a compassionate act he performed for one of his fellow gods. Hercules' impressive feats of strength and combat prowess are well known. He once offered to hold up the heavens in exchange for golden apples, effortlessly carrying the burden while engaging in casual conversation with Atlas. Despite tricking Atlas into giving him the apples without reward, Hercules demonstrates his power and establishes himself as one of the most powerful beings in the universe. Hercules has proven his skills in battle by beating several heroes, with Thor being his most notable rival. Their encounters have showcased Hercules' ability to match Thor's combat prowess, such as slinging Mjolnir back at him. However, Hercules does have a weakness, and it lies in the blood of the Hydra. Coating his arrows with Hydra blood, Hercules used them to kill the centaur Nessus. Later, his second wife, Deianira, synthesized a love charm using the tainted blood, which came into play when Hercules' infidelity was revealed. When he touched the amulet containing the charm, he was set ablaze and unable to cool off even in a nearby lake. Nonetheless, Hercules' story does not end there. Zeus resurrected him and brought him to live among the gods, making him a deity. Number 3. Sentry. Sentry's story is not without its dark moments. Before embracing his role as a hero, he struggled with addiction, including being a meth addict. This aspect of his past adds a darker layer to his character. Robert Reynolds, the Sentry, has a troubled past as a former addict who broke into a lab looking for drugs and accidentally consumed the Sentry formula. This transformed him into a being with the power of 1,000 exploding suns, drawing power from solar energy. This grants him invulnerability, super speed, and super strength. Interestingly, his invulnerability is tied to his emotional state, allowing him to be harmed if he desires it. However, the Sentry has a darker side known as the Void, which embodies all of Reynolds' negative characteristics. The Void manifests whenever the Sentry uses his powers and possesses the same abilities, but with an insatiable hunger to consume everything. The Void is shown to be immensely powerful, capable of snapping the Hulk's bones in half. During a confrontation with the Void, the Sentry speeds towards the sun to protect his loved ones from his altar's harm. He accomplishes this feat in seconds, while light takes 8 minutes to reach the same destination. Additionally, the Sentry has displayed a brutal tendency to rip his adversaries in half, demonstrated by his actions against Carnage and even the god of war, Ares. These impressive feats, combined with his troubled past and the presence of the dangerous Void, solidify the Sentry's reputation as a formidable and complex hero. Alright, guys, and yet, there are 2 heroes more powerful than Reynolds. Who could this be? Can you give a guess? Well, let's see what we've got here. Number 2. Odin. When it comes to power, Odin reigns supreme, surpassing the mighty Reynolds. Picture a thrilling father-son competition between Odin and Thor, where Odin emerges victorious, thanks to his possession of the astonishing Odin Force. This magical energy, unique to the All-Father, grants him unparalleled abilities that leave us in absolute wonder. With a mere flick of his wrist, Odin halts time and transports the entire human race to another dimension when faced with the destructive forces of Skag and Surtur unleashed by Loki. Talk about a display of power. But Odin's might doesn't stop there. When confronted by the formidable Silver Surfer and the indomitable Thanos from the Infinity Watch, Odin effortlessly keeps them at bay, engaging them in a memorable exchange. He confidently declares, "Titan, your doom is assured." Scientifically acquired might cannot hope to stand against my own divine mystic power. And boy, does he prove it. Utilizing the full force of the Odin force, he unleashes a devastating blast upon Thanos, sending the Mad Titan hurtling through the kingdom of Asgard. Odin's power extends even to casting his foes into deep space with a whim, as demonstrated when he banishes the feuding Absorbing Man and Loki following their failed attack on Asgard. But it doesn't end there. Odin can resurrect those who have fallen, bringing Thor and Brunhilde back to life and restoring them to their prime. Truly, the Allfather holds the reins of life and death. Relax, we are not done yet. Like his Olympian counterparts, Hercules and Zeus, Odin possessed the incredible gift of all speak, enabling him to communicate fluently in any language. Such is the magnitude of his power and wisdom. However, it is essential to acknowledge that even the mighty Odin has his weaknesses. During the Odin sleep, he becomes vulnerable when he replenishes the Odin force. In this state, his cosmic awareness vanishes, and his powers diminish. For a brief stint, the mighty king of Asgard is rendered mortal. But guess what? The legend of Odin lives on, captivating us with his extraordinary power and intriguing vulnerabilities. Now, it's time to reveal the #1 most powerful hero in the Marvel Universe. And I bet you can't guess that right. Who is this hero? Well, you'll be shocked because the most powerful hero in the Marvel Universe is none other than a young boy named Franklin Richards. Yes, you heard it right. This pint-sized powerhouse has surpassed even the mightiest of gods and superheroes. Let's delve into the extraordinary world of Franklin Richards and discover what makes him so incredible. Franklin Richards hails from the esteemed Richards family, known for their heroic exploits. As the son of Reed and Susan Storm, also known as Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman of the Fantastic Four, Franklin was destined for greatness from birth. His arrival into the world was no ordinary affair. This device would regulate Susan's radiation levels, ensuring a safe birth and a healthy baby. After a fierce battle with the villainous Annihilus, they obtained the rod, and Susan gave birth to Marvel's most powerful force for good. From an early age, Franklin displayed a mind-boggling array of abilities. Telepathy, immense control over energy and matter, his powers seemed limitless. Such was the extent of his powers that even the notorious Victor Von Doom considered using Franklin's abilities to challenge the mighty Celestials. Franklin's encounters with Galactus, the Devourer of Worlds, ended in defeat for the cosmic entity. Galactus would assume the role of the Silver Surfer and warn Reed Richards whenever Franklin's powers began to activate. As Franklin grew into adulthood, his powers only grew more astonishing. He accomplished a remarkable feat by reviving Galactus to confront and conquer two Celestials. But perhaps his most astounding feat was when the criminal Onslaught threatened to defeat the combined forces of the Avengers, Fantastic Four, and X-Men. In a desperate bid to save his loved ones, Franklin created an entirely new pocket dimension for them to escape. The heroes were prepared to sacrifice themselves, disappearing from the face of the earth, but Franklin's unwavering hope and determination prevented this dire outcome. In a breathtaking moment, time and space stood still as Franklin Richards bonded with Nathaniel Gray, a variant of Cable. Their combined potential seemed boundless, capable of reshaping reality itself. We firmly believe that Franklin Richards surpasses all the heroes mentioned before, including Odin, Sentry, and Hercules. Franklin's abilities and potential are limitless, with powers rivaling those of the godlike Celestials. Thus, we declare him the strongest hero in the Marvel Universe. But as the shadows of impending threats loom over the Marvel Universe, with ancient evils awakening and cosmic forces aligning, will our top 10 strongest heroes be enough to face this unprecedented challenge? Can their combined might and unwavering determination withstand the storm that awaits them? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. And as Stan Lee would say, Excelsior! Please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to get up to speed on related Marvel comic book titles. See you in the next one.